this is Katana Tarot. This is June 2020 reading. This is air signs, but this is group 2 of air signs. If you didn't watch the other video, there are 2 groups of air signs. The reason I was guided to do it that way is because both groups made different decisions. And so if you need any help figuring out which group is you, the title could be helpful for that. If the title resonates with you or sounds like you, that's probably for you, but I'm also going to hold up these decks for you. So this was group 1's deck. So if this resonates with you, then the other video is most likely for you. And then this is group 2's deck. This is the reading I'm currently doing. So group 2 of the air signs, I feel like you guys have been doing the inner work. You made the right choices. You made the heart-centered choices. You listened to your intuition. And here we are doing this reading. So your theme for the month of June. Oh, by the way, I keep forgetting to say this at the beginning of readings. This, okay, again, it's for Gemini, Libra, Aquarius placements, but it could be Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus, North Node, but you know, it could be in your progress chart, it can be in your natal chart. But if you're just an air Mercury and this resonates with you, or an air Mars, then shit, it's probably for you. You feel me? Even if you don't have those placements in your chart and it resonates, it's probably for you. You know what I mean? It's a general reading, so sometimes the energies are backwards or reverse, blah, 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 blah. So, yeah. Okay, I'm gonna get started. So your theme for June, you have multiple cards that came out. You have the 6 of Wands, you have Princess of Wands, you have Princess of Coins, and 8 of Coins. Also, the tarot decks I use will be down below, and photo book personals will be down below. So, like I said, here. Clarify some stuff real quick. So I feel like this month is, like I said, you listened to your intuition, you made the correct choices, you chose to rid yourself of habits or people even if it was uncomfortable, and you're experiencing abundance because of that, abundance in love and abundance materially. I feel like the Wheel of Fortune is turning upward and you're on top of it, and everything is starting to work in your favor, even if it's not at this very moment. I just heard if you're having money worries, don't. But I just feel like there's going to be abundance all around you, and if it's not here now, it will be here soon. And I definitely feel like a good amount of you are in relationships, and that's really good. I'm happy for you. I feel like that relationship will become more and more abundant. And it's just going to be a really good time. So for the first week of June, we have 8 of Wands, 6 of Coins, and the Fool. And then as a challenge, we have 4 of Wands. So, I feel like, one second. Like I said, money-wise, anything that was restricting you will no longer be a restriction. I feel like money is going to start to come in. Maybe it's because of some of you guys' birthday month. But either way, I feel like money is going to start to come in. I feel like things are going to move really quickly, but I also feel like you may put money out. I feel like this is not only money coming in, but you having enough money to do something that you've wanted to do, such as get a house or an apartment or something like that. Get a new car, whatever it is. So I feel like you will see, like in the first week of June, your luck is going to rapidly be changing. And yeah, you're just going to see new beginnings happening, and you're going to really start to feel a sense of security and safety. And like things are actually working out, and the things that were restricting you beforehand, whether it was money or people or situations or your living situation, that's going to be kicked out. I think, so let me see. I feel like the issue just for the first week will just be like you kind of being guarded against your abundance. Like you're gonna be like, whoa, like how do I know this is real? Like what if it's too good to be true? It's not. You know what I mean? I feel like this will also be like maybe like, you know, if you have someone in your life and they're really amazing for you, maybe you start to experience some trust issues and wonder if they're an illusion, but I don't think they are. I feel like this is about the balance of your heart chakra. That's kind of getting in the way in a way. This could also be about receiving your abundance, but then being too guarded to do anything with it. Like if you're looking for a spot, maybe you're just spending so much time in your head that you're not actually going forth and getting what you want. Either way, I feel like that's like a thing. I feel like another way that this could be a blockage is maybe maybe you got someone pregnant or you're pregnant and you're working really hard to protect that, but you're kind of stressing yourself out in the process. You're working really hard to protect her from outside forces. I feel like, you know, either way, just trust that everything is going to work out. You don't have to be so on edge. try working on balancing your heart chakra and as well as your root chakra. And just doing your best not to overwork yourself because you think a lot. And also know that your Empress is just fine. She doesn't need you to think so much for her as she can think for herself. Also, when I was shuffling you guys' cards, I heard something's on fire or something is burning. So I feel like you might be burning some food, or you might have accidentally let something catch on fire. So you should be careful about that. Another thing is, I feel like you guys are really like moving in silence at this time. I feel like that is a good thing to do, but don't be moving too silently. Like, you don't have to protect what you have that much, because it's here to stay. Does that make sense? Like, it's here. You don't have to worry about it. It's not gonna just disappear and poof like it was an apparition. But okay. So like I said, the first week you may find out that somebody's pregnant or that you're pregnant. And that could be like a thing that's throwing you off, or just you receiving this abundance and not feeling like, you feeling really guarded about it because you're like, oh, well, what if this, what if this, what if this? But I feel like that's just, it's not that. It's literally real. It's fine. And like I said, like if you're looking for a place, go ahead and put down on the place. Don't worry about it. Your money is fine. Everything's good. You're safe. Everything's good. Okay, so moving on to week 2. We have 4 of Cups, reverse, Queen of Cups upright, and 8 of Cups. Reverse. I actually feel like 8 of Cups is upright. So 4 of Cups reverse, Queen of Cups, and 8 of Cups. For your challenges for week 2. Filming. I didn't decline it though. For your challenges for week 2, we have, that's your uncle calling. For your challenges for week 2, we have Knight of Swords, 10 of Coins, and 10 of Swords reverse. So I feel like if this is not, like, if you guys are not in a relationship, regardless, you're receiving abundance. If you are in a relationship, you're still receiving that abundance, and the abundance in the relationship is also something that you're receiving. But I feel like during the second week, you're trying to figure out the best way to move forward, whether that's just with yourself or whether that's with somebody that you love dearly. You're trying to figure out the best way to move forward and to accommodate either yourself or to accommodate both of you. And I feel like one thing that's really stopping you is some pain that you need to heal from that you haven't necessarily healed from yet. I feel like you may be too up in your head. You may be too worried about money. And I also feel like there's just emotional pain that you just need to purge, period. And I feel like all of that is getting in your way in the second week. It's not that you can't move forward. It's that you're kind of creating these self-imposed blocks because you're thinking too much about money. You're thinking too much just in general. You have some pain that you have suppressed that you need to heal from, and the universe is trying to give you abundance, but you need to clear yourself out, and you need to accept that the abundance is actually real. Like, you have to believe in it, because if you start questioning it too much, then the universe is going to be like, oh, so you don't trust me? You feel me? And that's not what you want. So there's just a need for you to heal yourself emotionally and to figure out the best way for you to move forward emotionally. And the only way to do that is to remove the swords out of your back. And I know that you didn't place them there, but it is your responsibility to fix them. I know you're not the one, you know, I know you weren't born overthinking, but it's your responsibility to heal that. So yeah. So moving on to week 3, we have the 8 of Swords, 4 of Swords reverse. We have the Hanged Woman, 5 of Wands reverse, and Ace of Cups. For your challenges, we have 6 of Cups reverse and 4 of Coins reverse. So, well, actually, I feel like the 4 of Coins is more sideways. So, you know, in that second week, you know, that was about like questioning things, like questioning how to move forward. But I feel like you might have, I feel like you still, you know, at the beginning of the 3rd week, you still just maybe thinking too much, allowing your mind to kind of trap you and maybe not being open about it. Maybe that's another thing. Maybe you need to learn how to open up to people around you about what's going on so that you can have some outside insight into the situation. I feel like the choice is like, okay, so do I keep guarding myself or do I just let in the abundance? But in order to let in the abundance, you also have to let in the pain. Does that make sense? In order to feel love fully, you must feel pain fully. You have to be willing to feel everything fully. That is the choice that you're being faced with. But I feel like by the end of the week, you come to the conclusion that harmony is what you want, and I feel like you do end up making the right decision by the end of that 3rd week with the Ace of Cups being here. I feel like you do choose healing at the end of it all. You know, during this time, also meditating on that root chakra, I feel like you need to meditate on your root chakra, like really bad. I feel like you need to meditate on your solar plexus, you need to meditate on your heart, you need to meditate on your throat. Really meditate on all your chakras, but those right now are being emphasized. But like I said, at the end of the 3rd week, I feel like you do end up making the decision to stop guarding yourself against things and to stop coming from that fear of lack. Like, I feel like that's where a lot of your problems are coming from. What if this? What if this? What if they leave? What if da-da-da-da? And all of that comes from not being healed. So, when you heal that, you will no longer have those thoughts, and therefore, you can move forward. Week 4. So, we have the Magician. We have the Princess of Cups. We have the Chariot, and we have the Hierophant. So I feel like by week 4, you have found your sense of stability. You have chosen healing. You have chosen to open yourself. You know, if you're a couple, you're choosing to completely join with your person and heal yourself. You know, and by healing yourself, you're able to join with your person. I feel like you are choosing emotional balance. You're choosing healing. And you're moving forward. And you're standing on your throne and you're getting what you need. I feel like you're making the choice of someone who is awakened, because I feel like you have chosen to awaken. You have chosen to heal. And I feel like I see you establishing yourself during this 4th week. If you were looking for a house, I see you getting that house. If your money was a little weird, I feel like that's all stabilizing. If your love life was a little weird, I feel like that's all stabilizing. For your challenges for that 4th week, we have 5 of Swords, Queen of Coins, Ace of Wands, and 7 of Cups reverse. Give me 1 second. So the 4th week, I feel like there may be this, for the men, I feel like another woman may try to come in and try to get you, try to distract you. I feel like there's a need to shut her out, like for real, for real. Don't just do stuff with her because of passion. Don't let her confuse you. She might just try to present herself as a good time. Don't trust her, period. Yeah, so I feel like this person may try to come in during the 3rd or 4th week. Make sure you shut her out. It's a test. Pass it. Other than that, I see that there is a need for you to still, like, even though you are choosing healing, make sure that you're all the way in touch with your emotions, because I don't feel like all of you are. But I also feel like there may have been someone in your life attempting to cause confusion. And I feel like for men, this is another woman. I just feel like this is a situation with the other woman. Maybe she was doing magic. I don't know. Maybe she's literally just trying to physically interfere, but I feel like that is going to be revealed to you. This person has been attempting to deceive you, and I feel like that is going to be revealed to you. I feel like all of that is going to be revealed to you in this 4th week for sure, or by this 4th week. But remember, if this person does try to come in, shut them out, because what goes around comes around every single time. Yeah, I really feel like somebody's going to be exposed, and you can choose whether or not you want to be exposed with them if you fall into their trap. I see, you know, for the other woman's scenario, Scorpio, Pisces, Cancer, Libra, Aquarius, Aries, Sag. So yeah, I'm gonna move on to the oracle cards for you guys. So I pulled cards for each sign: Libra, Gemini, and Aquarius. So I'm gonna start with Libra. First, okay, so we have perspective. We have breath of the cosmos. We have you're not alone. And we have Star Brothers. So The perspective card, again, I feel like is about the whole overthinking thing. You may be worried about things that don't necessarily matter or that are not really relevant anymore. And I feel like there's a need for you to take a step back from that and look at the positive things. If you're choosing to focus on the negative things, then that's what you're going to see. If you're choosing to focus on the positive things, then that's what you're going to see. Know that you cannot micromanage the universe. And you also can't micromanage people. You know what I mean? So allow yourself to flow with the universe, and then everything will flow with you. You know, you're not alone card. I feel like for those of you who are not in a relationship, you might be feeling pretty lonely right now. But even at the end of the 4 weeks, if you're not in a relationship and this person does try to come in, you still shut them out because you know they're not good for you, right? Right. Okay. And if you are in a relationship, I feel like this is, you know, connecting to people who matter and shutting out people who are, you know, interfere with that. Like, know the difference between good people, people who are for you, and people who are not. And then with this Star Brothers card, you know, if you are in a relationship, again, that will be tested. So there's a need for you to stay faithful to what you know to be true. And then there's a need for you also just to know that you are safe through this whole situation. So moving on to Gemini. So for Geminis, the cards that we have Child of the Cosmos. We have Water Your Garden. We have the 7 Star Sisters. We have Star Keeper. We have Whale and Orca Elders and the Golden Children. So, number 1, pregnancy. Number 2, Geminis, you may have Aqua, Moon, or Rising. Number 3, listen to your intuition. So I feel like there's a really big need for you to listen to your intuition at this time and to nourish yourself. Do not overthink. Overthinking is counterproductive and it only hurts you. Ground yourself. Nourish yourself. Be tender to yourself and toward other people. Water yourself by healing yourself. Again, I feel like you guys might have gotten someone pregnant, or you might be pregnant. And I feel like there's just a need for you to stay grounded throughout all of this. And if you are becoming a parent, I think it's important that you do some inner child healing, because reparenting your inner child is how you learn how to parent a real child, so that they don't end up having to reparent themselves when they get older. The Whale and Orca Elders, for those Geminis who are trying to come out with music, do it ASAP. I feel like it's going to be a great thing when you do. But I also feel like this is about staying true to your heart and standing in your truth this whole time. Either way, if you're a music maker, go on ahead and make that music. This is a great time to do it. If you're not a music maker, like I said, the inner child healing, you know, healing yourself, healing your mind, healing the reasons you overthink. If this isn't about music, whatever art form is yours, you do that shit, for real, for real. Whatever it is, this is a great time to start. Whatever idea you've been having that you've been holding off on, this is a great time to start. Okay, so Aquarius. When I was pulling you guys' cards, I heard Aqua, Moon, and Rising, so maybe this especially applies to you. So we have Earthed. We have I Remember. We have Earth School, and we have I'm Sorry. So I do want to read this Earth card to you. It says, learning how to be human in the world, but not of it. So Aqua, we all know you're aliens. I feel like there's a need for you, you know, with this I Remember card, to remember where you came from, whether you're a star child or whatever that shit is, where you're spiritually from, whether you're an angel, whatever your spiritual path is, past life regression. There's a need for you to remember all of that and to not let this world get to you so much that you forget that. Even there's a need for you to remember who you were at the beginning of this life before everything happened. When you get back to that person will not steer you wrong. And then I feel like there's a need for you to forgive yourself for any mistakes that you may have made in the past. Maybe the reason you overthink so much and that you are so hard on other people is because you're hard on yourself. And there's a need for you to forgive yourself for that, and maybe a need for you to work on making amends with anyone else you may have hurt when you were not right with yourself. But again, forgive yourself, because, you know, the Earth School card says you are here to learn and you are here to grow. And as long as you're learning and growing, there's no need to continue to beat up on yourself about things that are out of your control. Okay. So at the bottom of you guys' deck, you have your life is a canvas, followed by forge don't follow, followed by lifting the veil. So I feel like this is about, for all of you, staying true to your path, not letting anybody confuse you. Don't even let yourself confuse you, honestly. Know that you have manifested this abundance for yourself, so it's okay to accept it. And also know that if you're overthinking and if you're focusing on the negative, you can manifest that too. Forge don't follow. Pave a new path. Even if this path is unfamiliar for you, especially if you got someone pregnant or you are pregnant, that could be very unfamiliar for you. But don't worry about what anyone else has to say, and don't overthink it too much. Follow your intuition and do what you know is the best path for everybody. And even, like, you know, lifting the veil, questioning everything, anything unaligned must go. Questioning everything does not mean overthinking everything. It means looking at everything and being like, does this serve me? Including the fact that you overthink. Overthinking serves nobody. So you might as well just throw that shit out the window. Trust issues serve nobody. Holding on to past pain serves nobody. Being too hard on yourself serves nobody. It literally just hurts you. You know what I'm saying? So I hope that was helpful. And yeah. Like, comment, subscribe if you feel guided to do so.